guys, so today I'm here again to show you how this dolly came alive. So as always, I'm going to be starting by cropping my doll. This one was a little bit tricky to crop. There was a lot of details around her face, there was a lot of details around her fingers. So I'm doing a lot of back and forth to make sure that I don't have a white border around her face or anything like that. So it's important as always to stay as close to the edge as you can, but inside your doll, so that way you don't have a border around it. It will make it look much more realistic. So now that my cropping is done, I'll be dressing her up. So this one I want to make her look very classy. So again, I'm going to try to go for a skirt. So I'm going to be browsing through my items, playing around with different dresses and skirts. I like this one, but wanted to look at other options. The gray one, I really didn't like the gray. And here I found the perfect match. I love dresses with bows. I don't know, for some reason I like using them. So now I'm going to try and find her some legs. And I wanted to go in the beginning for naked legs, but then I saw these pants and they just worked perfectly with what she had on her head, I find. So it makes it a little more edgy and spunky. So I decided to use that. Now you're going to see I'm going to try to crop the item myself, because the one that is already cropped and saved in there has a lot of white around it. So I decided to crop it myself. But my cropping skill sucks tonight. It's pretty late and I'm ready to go to bed. It looks pretty bad, so then I decided to use what was already cropped. And I pushed the little dots inside the legs, that way I can remove the white background. So this took me a little bit of time to finish. Now I'm going to be cropping her feet. And then we'll move on to the background. Voila. So as usual, I don't have any plans or ideas of what I want to do. I'm just going to browse through my items and use the most random items to use. Here I already found my title. I set it aside. It just says stay classy, which I think works well with my doll. She looks very classy and elegant. So now I'm just adding different items that I think would look good. Some on top of her, some in the background. Just really going with the flow. Now I'm starting to search by colors. Now I decided that I want to put the title over there because you can't see it very well here, but there's something written on top of my doll. So what I normally do when there are things that I can't crop out or that I have imperfections that I want to hide, I hide them with items or titles or any special effects. So it makes your doll look a little more flawless and it will save you a lot of headaches. There are some stuff that are just not croppable. Now I'm working on my floor. Here I'm using a bottle of perfume. It's Dots by Marc Jacobs. I actually own this perfume. I really, really love it. And I thought this would work perfectly with the theme I was going for. And the colors always, of course. So again, a magazine article. I love using my magazine articles in my backgrounds. I think they look pretty cool. This one was perfect because it had black and red in it. So now I'm just browsing through my items, not really know what I'm doing. I'm adding some sparkles. And yeah, and I think next I'm going to be working on my bookmark already. Just adding the final touches in my background. for a little bit more layers. And now the bookmark. Now the item I'm going to use for the bookmark this time is from Polyvore. A lot of items and effects from Polyvore, you can change the color and you can change the opacity. You can make it transparent or you can make solid. So it's really fun. Have fun playing with that. I hope that everyone know about this tool because it's pretty cool. So give it a try if you haven't already. Now, the shadows. So always the shadows behind my bookmark. Now, I haven't reached my 50 items limit yet, so I'm adding tons and tons of shadows. So now I'm working on the shadows on the floor, under her foot, under the bottle, under the bookmark. Then I'm going to add blurs all over her. So underneath her skirt, on top of her legs, behind her legs, on top of her arms, behind her clothes, around her head, everywhere. And of course, underneath my title to make it pop a little more. So again, if you don't know me, you must know that shadows to me are very important. I think they make the dolls look much, much better, much more realistic, a little more depth to it. Of course, that's my opinion. There's a lot of people that I see they are not really using a lot of shadows and their dolls are still looking great, but this is just my personal preference for my own style. So yeah, we're almost done here, just putting the finishing touches to my shadows. And that's pretty much it, guys. So again, if you like these videos, let me know if there are some things that you'd like to see in particular. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.